Hi,
Hello,
everybody.
everyone. I'm Dennis.
I'm Andrew.
We are known as the Crafty Lumberjacks. Thank you so much for being here. Our first live free virtual craft class of the new year. Happy New Year, everyone.
Yes. As you can see, we still have our Christmas decorations up. So, you know, we're just enjoying the season a little bit longer.
Yes.
But
they say, do you have to let it linger? And I say, yes.
Yes.
Today we are making this DIY accordion notebook. It's so charming, so cute, really great because it really uses not a lot of material. You can probably use scrap materials that you have in your home here. And what I love about this is that this is just the start. Yep. Once you kind of create this, you can turn this into so many different things, from a gift card to a little DIY journal. We have a lot of parties here at our place, so we use our little
like the Polaroid
thing, yes. And they're mini, and you can kind of glue these in to make a little scrapbook,
yeah,
or a photo album.
What I love about this, like Dennis said, you really don't need a lot of material. So even if you just have a pair of scissors, some scrap paper, and a little bit of cardboard, even like a cereal box or something, you could make this whole craft right now. So run and grab the stuff, or watch and then create them later.
For sure. We do these classes every month. Our next class is already on the Michaels website, so we want to encourage you to come and join and sign up. We're going to be getting crafty for Valentine's Day, and we're making this adorable heart foil wreath here. Really fun to make, really easy to make, but has a really big, big impact for the Valentine's Day here. And of course, you can, turn that into...
You really could do it for any holiday.
Literally,
really. It could be like it could just be seasonal. It doesn't really have to be holiday related, but that is a great craft. So join us for that for sure.
Everybody's watching from Jersey, Hudson Valley. We have Austin in the house, Indiana, New Hampshire, California, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Long Island in the house here. Hey, my fellow Long Islander. Anything else? Thank you to Michaels for having us.
Yes.
And of course to Fiskars. We're going to be doing an epic giveaway at the end of this class and every class that we have. Mm-hmm. So you want to stay tuned. We're going to ask a trivia question at the end of the class here.
Yes, and it's just for you that are watching right now live. So that will happen right at the end of our class. You can just email us your answers and we'll tell you what you're going to win.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get started. Rich, we can change the camera here. So we're going to start by making our cover here. Again, we're making this for our size and for our liking, but you can make these any size that you like. Again, we're going to add a little ribbon here.
There we go.
Can you see what's happening? Okay, yeah. And, so that you can open it, tie it. This would be a great little keepsake thing. If you travel a lot, you can get some rope or a kind of ribbon from wherever you are. And you can make this. I love it.
Yes, our book is going to be 22 pages today, but like most crafts, you can really accommodate it for however you want. So it could be much larger, or you could do less pages. I thought this would be so cute for like mantras for the new year, write one every month or something. Or, I feel like by the end of the year, I'm always like, oh, I wish I had started a journal for the year. So this is a great way to just, make a journal and actually write in it.
It's so hard to keep up with anything really. Okay, so we're gonna start. What I'm gonna do for my cover here is Michael sells these great paper packs. On the back they have a little more sturdier cardboard, or what would you call this?
I don't know, like an oak tag.
Oak tag, yeah. It's just a little thicker material
than a
cereal box.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use the back of my little paper pack here to start to create my cover. Again, I'm doing this a size that, for our liking here, but you can make it any size. I'm using my Fiskars cutting mat here, and of course, a ruler. And for this, I'm going to cut it with a craft blade. Again, we always encourage you to use what you got to get crafty with us. For us, it's about the process, not really so much the end outcome, even though these are going to look so cute.
Right. And what I really like about this is, again, if you don't have a craft blade, you could use a pair of scissors very easily.
For sure. I'm going to use the acrylic ruler here because it is easy to use and I'm not good at math. And this way I can look at all of the little boxes and line everything up. You do, when you're cutting the covers, you want to make it sure that it's as straight as possible. And that's why we like the Fiskars products, because they really help you, get that result.
Yeah, they help you have everything lined up very easily. So our covers are going to be 3 by 4,
yes.
3 inches by 4 inches. We need 2 of those.
Correct. Wow, we were just talking for such a long time. I'm starting to sweat over here.
It's a little warm today. We're freezing here in New York, but like when the heat comes on, we have that old school steamed heat. Oh, let me tell you.
Oh yeah.
It gets really
right. We
hot.
have the air on, the windows open. It's too much. All right, I'm just going to turn this so you can see. So again, I'm doing 2 pieces for my cover, 3x4. I use the detailed craft knife, which will be a part of our giveaway today, and an acrylic ruler with a cutting mat. But again, use what you got. And I'm going to do 3x4. Actually, I'm going to just mark it so I can see. How is everyone? How's your new year going so far? What a crazy year already.
I know. Talk about going quick. I cannot believe we're already in mid-January. I mean, what is happening?
Literally.
And our Christmas stuff is still up. Like, at this point, I just feel like I need someone to come and take it down for us. It's great. I love it. But I'm also like, sometimes it's easier just to pull the Band-Aid off. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm looking for some of these materials today. I was like, I'm ready to get rid of all of this.
Yeah,
because
I
was feeling like a little stressed. I'm like, I can't even find, an allergy pill. And that's driving me crazy. It's like, it shouldn't be this difficult.
Yeah, that's just our place in general, though.
Yeah, I love the cutting blade. We use this for a lot of different projects. This even cuts through some thin wood that we'll use before we had a cutting machine. We used to use this all the time.
Projects all the time.
And I think this is actually the same blade that we've had for
4 or 5 years at this point.
Well, you all know that, of course. I'm going to pop in on the chat in 1 second here. Let me just line this up. Adorable. So that's our first step. This is going to be our cover here. Andrew, take it away.
All right. Okay, so now I'm going to make the covers for the covers. Does that make sense?
The covers
for the covers. So these, I'm going to be using this paper from the paper pack. You can use, of course, anything you have. And I'm going to be using just our paper trimmer here. I love this paper trimmer because it's pretty big, but it folds, like this arm folds, so it's nice and easy to use. We don't have issues with storing it. But if you don't have a paper trimmer, you can just use a pair of scissors for this. We're going to cut out these papers just 4x5. And so our covers were 3x4, so we're going to do 4x5. So it's just 1 inch around. And that's because we're going to fold over the paper and we're going to have nice, nice edges.
And we were really attracted to this paper. I'm sure most of you know and maybe have seen already Wicked. And when we saw this, this was just giving Emerald City Oz vibes.
Oh, absolutely.
And I was like, oh, this is the one. This is the one.
So you really just want these to be a little bigger. You do not need them to have straight lines because, like I said, we're going to fold everything. You're not going to see the edges. Let's see. So 4x5. So we'll need 2 4x5 pieces. So here's one, and then I'll do this one as well.
Is this, do you remember, was this in one of the paper packs, or we got this in the individual trays?
This is from the paper pack.
Paper pack.
Yeah. And like I say, I've said this before in other classes, if you've joined us before, when you're using a paper trimmer, any brand, a tip is don't push with the hand that you're pushing the blade with. Don't push it too much. Let the blade stay centered. If you put too much pressure, sometimes it bends it just a little bit. So I have found that it's really helpful and easy to just let it glide. There we go.
And now you're supposed to be cutting these 4x5.
Correct. Here we go.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at the wrong pieces. Somehow this is a perfect 3x4.
Oh my gosh. No, we're doing 4x5.
That's how good he is, y'all.
Yeah,
that is how good he is.
When I'm good, I'm good. Okay.
And actually, Fiskars also sells, so like if you ever have like a problem with your cutting
blade.
Yeah, or what is this called? A paper cutter.
Yeah.
You don't need to replace the whole paper cutter. They sell replacement blades.
They do.
Not that you need them that often.
No, but that's nice. That's nice. So to glue that's nice. To glue these, I am actually going to be using some craft glue. And I'm going to put it in a little dish and just use a paintbrush for this. I have just found that it kind of helps smooth things out. You don't want a gloopy paint job with this because A, you really don't need a ton of paint. And B, you want the paper to lie as flat as possible without it bubbling and buckling.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to add a little to my brush.
You might, I know you did it opposite way of we've done the first one. So, you know, if you're using a piece of paper, you might want to think of like your design and how it'll look once it's completed.
What would I do without you? You're right.
I
did actually.
It's okay. I like it that way.
I like it that way too, and I actually meant to do it that way.
Of course.
Uh-huh.
Someone asked, is this the same paper pack that was used for the trees you made with the plaid paper?
It actually was.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is a holiday pack. That's what I do actually really love about these paper packs. They really can be used almost all year round. They always have some that aren't so holiday specific, and I feel like we really do have them on hand all the time. Okay, so I'm just applying some paint.
Oh, I want to say Connie sent us, you know, we do these classes every year, and Connie sent us one of our cards for the holidays, and that was so special. We love to see your projects, especially if they're one that we have made or that you've created. So always use the hashtag Make It With Michaels, or send it to us or send it to Fiskars. You know, this way we can see your projects. But that was so special.
That was really special, Connie. And actually, it's in our bedroom. And every time I see it, I'm like, oh, it came out. Our card came out cuter than I remembered. And I'm like, oh, because we didn't make this one.
Yes.
You know, Connie embellished it a little differently than we do. And every time I see it, I'm like, oh my gosh, that is just so cute. Okay, so.
But she recommended using double-sided tape.
I love that. That's also what I love about crafting. I think a lot of times, you know, you have an idea of how things are going to go, and then someone does it slightly different, and you're like, that would work 100%. That is a great, 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 great way to do it. Okay, so I'm applying this, and then I'm just centering it as best as I can.
A glue stick?
Yeah, definitely like an old school glue stick. So I'm just centering it as best as I can. We are working on the silicone mat today. This is one of our other favorite things that Fiskars has. It's just a great tool to put under anything you're working on. That way, if you spill like I did here, you know, it just comes off once it's dry. We love this thing. We've had it for years as well. Okay, so then to get the corners to lie flat, what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim these corners. So there's really no right or wrong way to do this. You just want to do a diagonal cut. You're almost creating a V for every corner. There we go. And that's just going to help it fold. So think of a V going to it. It doesn't need to be perfect. I'm actually going to make this one just a little wider. And that's just really going to help the paper lie flat. If that's not something you want to do, that's A-okay.
Yeah, it also helps you get a nice like edge on your corner of your notebook there, which I always like.
I always like that too.
Yeah, I want it to look professional.
For sure. You know, it's those little details that really, you know, take your project to the next level.
Our other tip for this is if you don't have an assistant like we do, we have each other, we have our cat. What we like to do whenever we're gluing stuff or putting things together, we use binder clips. So if you ever want to really lock it into place, you can get a little binder clip, put it on your little notebook covers there. Or of course, you can lay this under a book or a big box.
That is such a good craft hack. And if you're going to do that, take it to the next level and put a little piece of felt or craft foam in the binder clip. So that way, when you have the binder clip holding on, it doesn't leave any marks.
Damage the material.
Yes. We have a plethora of binder clips just for that. And they all have, we just like hot glued a little felt to it. And it really is a great craft hack.
We also have our March class already planned out. We're going to be making this little guy. I'm going to give a little sneak peek. It's not on the Michaels website yet, but it will be. This is what we're doing for March, our little vintage wooden bead leprechaun. Yes. I was like, what am I saying here? Yeah. Where am I going with this?
He was actually inspired by, since we do have our Christmas stuff, I'll just show you, these old ornaments.
Yeah.
How cute. That
one's going to be really fun for the whole family. So we hope you join us. Again, we're trying to roll with these Fridays to see how the classes do, how the attendance does. A lot of people say they want to join us for the classes, but sometimes we were having them midweek at like 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
So you could also give us that feedback. If you're like, this is actually really good, I like kicking off my weekend with you all. Let us know.
Let us know. Let us know what days work best for you. Okay, so now as you can see, they're not cut perfectly. It really doesn't matter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to go along the edge and I'm just going to create a little bit of a seam.
Yeah. Do you want the bone folder for that or not?
Not yet. I'm just going to kind of let my finger do the work. What I like about that too is it's telling me if this is glued all the way. So I think that kind of helps. I'm just going around.
Connie loves the Friday.
And then, like Dennis said, I can take the bone folder and just crease it again.
Yeah, and the bone folder is going to be part of our giveaway. You know, we use this a lot for a lot of our classes here. One of our favorite tools and items to make things really have a crisp, professional edge, line, seam, whatever you're using it for. We're actually going to be using that for the pages of our notebook, and it actually just helps us.
It really does. I love the bone folder. I always say this, I feel like for every class too. If you have a crafty friend that you want to get a gift for, this is such a great one because it's inexpensive and it's so versatile. It's great for sewing. It's great for paper crafts. So
we have a lot of first timers here. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Our next Friday class is going to be on February
7th.
But you know, that is a little earlier class because we were still experimenting with the time. So I believe that's at 2:00. And that's going to be for the Valentine's Day foil wreath. It's the first time we've worked with the foil material, and it was really fun.
Yeah, for sure. I think on the like sign up page, they have the gauge of the foil. It's almost like a tin can type of material.
Right.
So just check it out before if you are going to craft with us because it is a specific.
Oh my gosh, we
material.
got Diane here, Rachel. Jeanette, a lot of first timers. Love it. Thank you for being here.
I'm so glad. You. Yeah. And let us know, all of you, if you've been here before, if you haven't, if there are types of crafts you're looking to do, because that helps us out as well.
Yes, because sometimes that is the hardest part, kind of figuring out what we think would resonate with everybody, what everybody would like to make or, you know, they can kind of use or in their decor or these. I love the mini notebooks. We've actually made another mini notebook last year. Notebook.
And
that one was like a photo album.
Yeah, but that gave us kind of the inspiration to do another one, a different style.
Especially for the start of the new year. Connie says the February class, I think it's at 2:00. Oh my gosh, Lydia, thank you. She said, anything is good, and I'll honestly adjust my schedule for you. That is so sweet.
Thank you. So I didn't explain what I was doing for this because we were kind of chatting, which I love, but I'm just adding a little bit of the craft glue to the paper edges and then folding them in. And then I was using the bone folder to help smooth out the paper just so there are no bumps or lumps.
Ain't no shame in being bumpy or lumpy.
Oh, absolutely not. There's no shame in that.
I heard a little bit in your voice. My first time, yes, thank you, love it. Earlier time, I know, unfortunately we can't do, you know, for everyone, but we'll do our best.
I actually forgot to score this with my fingers first, and it is a little trickier just because, you know, you have glue. So I would have done this part first and then added the glue had I not been, you know.
I wanted to show you too that just on the wreath with the foil here, we were able to kind of make these little intricate designs in the foil. That's what's so great about working with it too, because you can make these little, and we use the, what is that tool called?
The stylus.
Yes, the stylus. It's like a little stick with a little ball on it to create these little designs. So that was really fun, and we could just get kind of creative and make different patterns, and it really has a really cool effect.
It really does. I really love this.
I'm impressed. Even I impressed myself.
All right. So
thank you, Aubrey.
We have our two notebook covers, and after you add the paper and the glue, it actually becomes even more stiff than before, and I think they look great. We're going to set them aside to dry, and we're going to work on the accordion part of
our pages, what we call our pages of our notebook. So this we're doing 22 pages. Of course, you can do it however many pages you like. I'm just using a regular piece of cardstock here that we got at the craft store, of course. For our pages, we need 3 strips, and we're cutting them 3.75 by 11, which I think is the full length of this piece of paper.
Correct. And these measurements are going to give us 4 exact folded pages.
Oh gosh, I'm going to 4. This I love too. It's like here, so I can go that's half. That's the 0.75 part.
That's right. If math is not your strong suit, like
us, they do it for you.
They make it very easy.
So I think for this, I think we're going to actually need 2 pieces of paper.
Okay, great.
I love it. Cut smooth like butter. Our neighbor just got home. He rides his bike and he plays music. So we always know when it's around this time because we'll be like, oh my gosh, we haven't started dinner. And the neighbor just came. We live in Astoria, Queens, New York. So there's always, you know,
always people,
always things happening. But that's what we love, the energy.
There you go.
All right, so we're doing 3 strips of 3.75 by 11, which is the full size of the piece of cardstock I'm using here. All right, and now we're going to create our pages. For the pages, I'm using the bone folder. Is this clean?
It should be, yeah.
Sticky? Okay.
Do you want the mat?
Oh, sure, yeah. So now this is where I like to use the bone folder because, again, it's like you want it to be as precise as possible. You know, sometimes you do your best, and that's great. But if you really want to get really nice, clean edges here, I recommend the bone folder. We've also suggested using the back of your scissors as kind of like a bone folder or a credit card or a ruler, something like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold the piece of paper in half, and I'm going to line up my edges as best as I can. I'm going to leave it like the loop and let the bone folder do the work and just work from the middle going out and just creasing the paper. I get a really nice, even, clean fold there.
And what I like too is you really don't have to like crease it so hard because it has that edge. It kind of does the work for you. So like Dennis wasn't putting like so much pressure on it, even though he's very strong.
Yeah, I'm a big guy. So anything I'm touching, I'm putting pressure on. But so, and then now to do this, I'm going to fold it almost like, you know, like when you draw the seagulls and it's like a little V. So rather than opening it again, I have it closed here and I'm going to fold backwards.
Yeah, you're going to fold it. You're going to fold it in half again, which is really like in quarters.
Yeah, like towards the first fold. You get me? And again, using my bone folder, again, starting from the middle, going out and just pressing. And I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing with this piece, going back, lining it up to the center fold.
Now, if you fold it incorrectly at this step, don't worry, because you can just, you know, manipulate the fold once you're done. But what you're looking for is an accordion style fold.
So we already have our first thing, and it looks really cute, or an M.
Or an M. You're right.
Actually, this is, well, I've seen one of these books done, and someone did it as a Mother's Day card, which I thought was so cute, so charming. They used some stickers, some pictures. I think they had like concert tickets in there. It was like this whole little card for their mom.
Oh my gosh.
And I thought that was so special. Okay, so I'm just doing this to all my 3 strips of paper that I cut. Again, lining up the edges. Andrew, you want to jump on the chat here?
Oh, sure.
If there's questions or...
I'm just watching.
And again, once I have that fold, I'm just pushing this back, lining it up to the center fold.
For the accordion, can I use watercolor paper? Yeah, absolutely. I think watercolor paper would be really nice. It has texture to it. It's a little thicker. I think that's great. I'm going to use it for Valentine's Day. Perfect time to do it.
So here's my second piece. And
measurements for the accordion paper. Okay, so it's 3.75 by 11.
I'm doing my last piece here. Again, folding it, lining up, not kind of keeping it as the loop. I'm not even pressing it with my finger. I'm going to let the bone folder do that work for me, just to keep it really nice and, oops.
I just put it in the chat just so if you need to reference it, it's in the chat.
Yeah, and we have all of these steps marked out on our blog, craftylumberjacks.com. We take you step by step to create this and make this. In case you miss anything, and I know Rich had told you about the classes. They are going to be on Michael's YouTube page. They usually post in about 24 hours, sometimes a little longer on a weekend or something. So if you ever need to review any of these steps, you can go to Michael's YouTube page and find this whole class.
And Rich also wrote it. Thank you, Rich. You're so on top of it.
And then, of course, we have all our classes and all our projects that we've made with you all on our blog. And, of course, they're all there forever on the interwebs, on YouTube. So you can go back. If you want to see our other little notebook we made, you can go and kind of check that out.
And Rich just sent the link for our blog post. So we thank you. Thank you.
All right, so we have our 3 pages, our 3 strips, and now this is going to give us 22 pages. And now we have to connect them. So to connect them, we're actually going to be cutting another piece of paper. See that? You know, when we first made this, we used some random scrap paper, and then we kind of had all the regrets. You can see, not that it's fine, but we didn't really match it to the cover. We used this like purple scrap paper that we had.
Went well together, so I didn't mind it. But if you want,
I minded it.
I know we were.
I minded
we
it.
should have just
done. So you know, you can use whatever you want, of course. But for this, I'm actually going to use the same piece that I used for my cover.
And if you want it to be a little more seamless, you could use a piece of white cardstock, and then you really wouldn't see that seam.
Oh yeah, that's actually very smart.
Thank you. Thank you. So we want this to be an inch thick. And it doesn't matter the length because we're going to trim it after we glue it to our book.
So I'm going to be cutting 2 of these, one because I have 2 areas that I have to combine.
Yes, 2 accordions that you need to put together.
Accordion together, yes. Again, using my trusty paper cutter, paper trimmer.
Love it.
All right, so for this, we want to mark out a half of the 1-inch strip here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna look at this. This like comes through here. So I'm gonna use my acrylic ruler. You use what you have, and I'm just gonna take my bone folder, and I'm gonna kind of like almost score the paper.
You're literally gonna score the paper.
Literally score it with my bone folder here.
This is gonna give you a much cleaner line than just trying to fold it in half. Because now you can see Dennis is going to be able to fold it really, really easily. Very nice.
And then I'm just going to kind of seal the deal with just a light pressing with my bone folder.
That's right. You do want to be, this is just for any paper you're folding in general. Like some papers will create a white crease in the fold. So sometimes you want to just be a little more gentle so it doesn't kind of like split the paper.
Yes. I wasn't listening.
I could tell.
All right, so I'm going to do this to the second piece here with my bone folder.
That's right. So again, it's just an inch thick strip, and then we're just using our bone folder and a ruler to score the center, and then we're folding it in half.
There you go. That was so well said.
Thank you.
Sometimes words are hard, you know?
Oh, absolutely. Words are much
this
easier when you're not
off, but that's okay.
Yeah, if it's not split in the center perfectly, that really doesn't matter.
We have a suggestion here. You could use washi tape. Love that idea.
Love that idea too.
All right, so now we need to glue our pages together. So I'm going to take my pages and my...
I'm going to let Dennis do this because when I did it, I think I had to do it twice because I kept putting the papers in wrong.
Okay. News to me. So, but I mean, I'm used to doing everything anyway, so.
There it is.
The shade,
so I think the trick is to lay it out just like Dennis did, because what you want is the accordion to continue. So having them both laid out with the strip right there will help you, because I accidentally kept doing it. I don't know why.
This way. Yes. That's right. Now I remember.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm using my same little craft glue to glue this together. And again, we love this tacky glue because it can lay really flat. It dries pretty quickly. It dries clear.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty sturdy.
Yeah.
And it's very inexpensive, let's be honest.
Yeah, but you could use typical school glue. You could use Mod Podge, washi tape.
Yeah, use what you got. Use what you got. And I'm just going to make sure that that is really lined up in my little center point there. And then this is where you just have to kind of do your best to line up the pages. So I'm going to do my best to line them up, keeping it in the seam, the little bone folder seam that I made, and then just pressing down so that it glues. So then we have a nice little... So cute, right?
I think it's a really cute detail, yeah.
And now I'm going to do the next piece. You can check your work too. Just make sure. Yep. See, it looks good.
Yeah, you do want to take your time with this part because it is important that the pages line up for your book to really, really stay completely flat.
Yeah. So now I'm just going to continue this Let me make sure there's no other questions that I'm missing. Something you want to use small piece of tape? Yes, you can use tape. You know, I wanted to do a New Year's resolution of drinking more water. Guess how much water I had today? None.
The same amount you had yesterday.
I wonder if it's like a winter thing too.
I know. I just like don't feel as thirsty when I'm
Right.
cold.
I'm always thirsty for coffee.
Yeah, that's true.
But
coffee gives you the hope of being
the water, yeah. So again, I'm doing the same thing here for these pages. But, you know, I don't have to worry about the first batch there because now I'm going to line it up here. Again, matching the paper to the fold, just pressing that down, and then doing the same thing with the next piece. And just turn that and pinch it so it's closed. This would be a great time if you're using the binder clips to kind of clip this together. I know we have limited time here, so we kind of do our best.
Do our best.
Do our best. Y'all, we met Adele Dazeem, Adina Menzel, a week ago today.
That is crazy. We did. We had a chance to meet Adina Menzel.
Yeah, she's coming back to Broadway in a show called Redwood, which we're super excited about. If you don't know, like we're huge. We're theater kids first, so we go see as much theater as we can. And we had the opportunity to meet with her. Okay, so cute.
That looks great, Dennis. Great job.
Thank you. So now I'm just going to use my scissors to cut off the excess here. Nothing fancy, just doing my best to find the mark where it lines up. These are actually the no-stick Fiskars scissors.
Yep.
So if you're using these with tape or, you know, something sticky, it's great because the
blades don't get sticky, which is really nice. And you will know that any of the Fiskars scissors are like that because they have the black blades, not the typical steel blades. I mean, they're still steel. They're just black coloring.
How is anyone crafting along with us? Or are you all just kind of watching to get the vibe, or what's the deal? You all crafting today or just kind of watching? Watching. Watching, watching, watching. Next time I want to see you making designers. Just kidding. We appreciate you being here. Oh, okay, we got one crafting.
Okay, how's it going for you?
Watching with expectations.
Oh,
love that. Not for me, but for you. So cute. There's our little accordion pages. 22 pages for your accordion notebook. So fun. Now we're going to start to put this all together. You're going to see how we're going to add the ribbon.
all right. Okay.
Well, I hope this is entertaining enough that you're getting the project and the show here. We had a dance prepared, but Rich told us no. He said, you can't.
No dancing.
No dancing.
Okay, now for our ribbon, we're going to want about almost 2 feet of ribbon, because I think with this, you really do want it to be, you want your ribbon to be longer than shorter. So, you know, we just have this really nice ribbon here that complements the book. But like Dennis said, here's where you can really be creative. You can use like something that's really going to pop, or you could use something more sentimental, really to tie in what you have with your notebook. So I'm going to say about 24 inches. So I'm going to
bagel dance, yes.
Do that. And then I'm going to cut it. All right, and then I'm going to set up, like we always say, we really love how Fiskars has everything mapped out. So this is going to help me figure out exactly where I want this ribbon. So where you want the ribbon to be is in the back of the book. Now, it doesn't really matter to me which is the front or the back, but you might want to look and just make sure that, sure, you know, maybe you're picking like your best one that you centered better if there's an image on it. So I guess I'm going to do this one as the cover and then this one as the back. you know, it is those little details. So then I'm lining up my page right onto the grid. I'm sorry, I'm lining up the book right onto the grid, the book cover. And this way I'll know exactly where the center is. And what we're going to do is we're going to fold the ribbon in half. I'm actually going to create a crease just so I know exactly where the center is, even though it really doesn't matter, but that's okay. And I'm going to lay it right here as centered as I can. And I'm going to once again use our craft glue for this. So now that I have it marked, here's a good tip. Just put your finger down so it doesn't move. Add some glue. And then just press it and then move your finger, move the ribbon, and continue.
The technique, people, the skill.
Oh
Look at this.
Gosh, you've never seen it before. Okay, and then we do want to just give this a moment to just get tacky so it doesn't move.
Now, we didn't include nice covers with our book, but you, of course, sorry, not like inside covers. Inside covers. So we're using like one of our pages for a cover, but of course, you can add another piece of designer paper to have like a nice cover on the inside as well. It would just be cut smaller.
Yeah, that's cute. That's really cute, actually. Should we do that? That'd be a cute idea. So like Dennis said, this is going to be what's going to hold the book together. So we're essentially going to glue this back page to the book cover. And it does actually hold really well. But what I want to do is I want to make sure that it's going to open correctly.
Yeah.
You know, because it does matter if you're holding it this way or if you're holding it this way, I think. Or it did when we made it the first time.
Well,
that's something you just want to be aware of.
Challenging.
You know, the first time was a little challenging, but not in a bad way. Okay. So I'm gonna
sorry, we have a question from Karen Lucas here. What type of glue brush are you using?
You know, this is just a standard paintbrush from Michaels.
Yeah, they have those like brush variety packs.
Yep.
Pretty cheap for under $10. We'll get one a year.
But you know, if you do use glue with your brushes, you just want to make sure that you wash them really well, because I found out that they get a little crusty if they're not washed super, super well. So what we have are usually some brushes that are designated specifically for glue. But I do really like applying glue with a paintbrush. I think it's just much easier than just to get it nice and, you know.
Just a plea for help or for some type of you know, feeling seen. The craft situation in our home is getting out of control. I have the urge to purge like I've never had before. I just want to like get rid of everything. And then, you know, as soon as you do that, you're like, a week later, you're like, I just threw that out. 100%. I needed that little flower thing for whatever reason.
Absolutely. Every time, you know, we hold on to stuff, we never use it for years, and then
we throw it out or give it away. We like to donate or kind of give away as much as we can.
Donate to schools that are in the area, stuff like that. Okay, this is looking super cute.
But yes, but then we regret it. But it feels so good for a moment, you know?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I will say, I feel like I should just add a little more glue. You know, once you start having that craft glue out, it starts to get really thick really quick. It starts drying out super quick. So just replenish as needed.
Jennifer just said, maybe put a colorful square on the inside cover for a dedication page, to, from, or handmade by. I love that.
I love that too. I think we should put a little square.
Okay.
We got a little time. Why not? Okay, so I'm adding this in. And then I just want to center it as best as I can. Might help, actually.
Alien's glue is the best. It really is. I mean, how adorable is that?
You just want to make sure that it's all kind of
lined up
the best it can be. And then press. And this would be a great place for those binder clips, you know, to clip on each side. If you don't have that, put it under some books. I think that would work 100% too. I should also say if your ribbon has a front and a back, this one has a very slight difference. What you want to do is when you glue it, have the back side up. That way, when you wrap it,
You have the nice side.
you have the nicer side. That's just a little detail that I'm kind of realizing as I'm going. This is so cute. Okay, let's just like add a little page right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut out 2 pieces of, I guess 3.5 by, or sorry, 3.75 by, I don't know. What do you think? What are the pages? Or I guess, yeah. We'll make them.
This is you're seeing the creation.
Oh my gosh!
This is a behind-the-scenes moment for you all.
Oh no!
The chaos.
The chaos.
The chaos of Andrew doing numbers.
Oh gosh, no!
But I'm the same. I'm the same.
Dennis is, he's chilling out.
Yeah, you just have to cut the paper slightly smaller than the cover, and then glue it on.
Okay, so actually,
our cover was 3x4.
Right.
Because it's obviously not going to be able to cover, like evenly.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because you need that fold there.
I'm gonna do 2.75.
Now that fold, no trouble.
Bye.
We are behind the velvet rope.
Okay.
How long did you cut the ribbon?
I cut the ribbon 2 feet, 24 inches. You missed that?
That's a long ribbon.
Well, then it gives me room to
tie like a cute bow.
And to
trim. And then trim. I see. This is challenge him on every step of the way.
You? I know,
yes.
Literally.
You're like, why'd you do that?
I forget what I said I was going to do this at. Okay.
Very cute.
I'm going to trim it just a little bit more. Really what I'm showing you is how great this paper trimmer is, because then I can just kind of keep on trimming even with thin little pieces of paper. Oh yeah, that's
any other ideas of what you would use this for? Again, we said gift cards, photo album, journaling. Any other ideas what you're feeling inspired, like, ooh, I can make this and have this in it.
Oh yeah.
I want to see if we forgot something. Coloring book for a child. Yes, Kathy. Little autograph book. That's cute.
Oh, that's so cute.
We can do like our playbills and go to Broadway and be like, Adele Dazeem, sign this, sign this. Doodle a day. Yes. A small watercolor journal. Valentine's Day. Reasons why I love my hubby, or Father's Day. Love that.
That is very sweet.
Gratitude list. Yes, so important. We're trying to be more grateful for things. And actually, my sister-in-law, Andrew's sister, she does a gratitude list with her husband every morning. They send each other emails with a list of 10 things they're grateful for.
I know, that's so sweet.
I think that's so smart. Coupon book, poetry book, dried flower keeper. Oh my gosh, you people. A pet photo journal. I love that, Bruce. Because our little baby. Haiku and poems, recipes.
You call it a haiku?
What'd I say?
Haiku.
Haiku?
A haiku?
Haiku? What'd you call me?
Okay.
Adele Dazeem.
Okay. I mean, I think this is just such a cute little detail to add. So we were inspired by everyone saying, do it. And I left a little border. I just thought that would be kind of cute.
Gratitude journal. Love that. All right. We're almost finishing up here. We have to do our giveaway. Bird-themed junk journal for my mom for Mother's Day. I love that. I want to do a junk journal so badly. I just feel like I'm overwhelmed with life in general. What? With junk, yes. My life is a junk journal.
Okay, look how cute that is. That's just a great way to kind of finish it off. Of course, you could choose a different paper so it really pops. I was going to, but I feel like I'm so particular when I pick papers, it would have taken me another 20 minutes. But just like, how stinking cute is this?
Yes, and I love Michael's has like a lot of those like stickers for scrapbooking and stuff. I think that would be really cute on there if you don't have the best penmanship or if you kind of want to just have a little guide.
And I think what's really great about these too is I'm a journaler. Let me know if anybody else is out there that's like that. That like I will get a new journal and I won't write in it because I'm a little precious. I'm like, oh God, okay, my handwriting's not going to be great. What am I going to write about? What am I going to do? But these are so easy to make. I feel like I'd be more inclined to just do this. And if I don't like how it turned out, I would just make a whole new journal.
Yeah, because it's so easy. You can do this in bulk. You can probably make.
I was thinking this would be so cute for the holidays next year. You know, give everybody
little party favors, travel diary. Connie said, put them on wedding tables for thoughts for the bride and groom.
Oh, that's cute.
Love that. Love that. Love journal. Keep this little book in your bag or purse, and you have no reason to do a quick sketch each day, no matter where you are. Yes, hold yourself accountable. Okay, what are we giving away for the giveaway?
I just had to trim the little edges, and look how cute that is. Cute. Come on, that is adorable.
Where's our other one?
Our other one is right here.
The OG. The OG.
The OG. Here it is. Okay, what we're giving away for the giveaway is a classic pair of Fiskars scissors. We're giving away the bone folder. We're giving away the cutting mat. And
a detailed craft knife.
And a detailed craft knife, yeah.
I like that. I think that's a nice party giveaway.
Yes.
We can change the camera up. Journal for something. Turning onto a birthday card for a coworker. Yes, yes, yes. Well, thank you all for joining us today. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you. Okay.
We hope you got some, crafty knowledge today, and you really like the notebooks. We're obsessed.
Yes.
We have our next class February 7th.
That's right. So come to make this gorgeous tin wreath. Super, super fun. Okay, if you haven't been here before, we do a giveaway every single class. And the thing is, you just have to email your answers. You do not have to know the answers. You can use the internet to your liking. And if the answer is wrong, you're still entered in the giveaway.
Yes, it takes us about 2 days to kind of figure out the winner. Then we'll reach out to you if you win.
Yes.
Again, this is only open for people joining in this class now live. We ask you to DM us your answers, Crafty Lumberjacks, across social media, or you can email us, craftylumberjacks@gmail.com.
Yes. Okay, you have the question?
I have the question right here. Okay, Fiskars has been around for a very long time. They just celebrated an anniversary. What year?
No.
Of their anniversary did they celebrate? Or how many? Okay, you rephrase it.
What's the anniversary number? Is it 10 years? Is it blank
15
years?
Yes,
I'm going to tell you
the anniversary number. There you go.
You are going to be shocked when you see it. Okay, so Fiskars just had an anniversary. What year is it?
I don't know why he made me say the question.
I don't think I've ever said the question.
I've never said the question. Send us your answers. Thank you all for being here. Happy New Year. We hope to see you at the next one, and happy making.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.